Alright, in this first video, we're going to be talking about a variation of the close guard overhook position. This is probably one of the most powerful versions of the close guard you can use, really effective for breaking your opponent's posture, and a lot of submissions you can do from here as well. There's a few scenarios in which we can get here. One is anytime your partner on top is like trying to like crowd you in this position, maybe they double-legged you and they're just trying to hold you here, or doing like a Sao Paulo kind of pass where their arms are down here. Anytime my partner is low like this, I'm going to look to wrap up the arm for the overhook. But there's also a proactive way we can set this up if our partner is postured like this. So let's actually turn to this side. First thing I'm going to do is address any kind of grip my partner has. I'm going to pick a side. Usually I like to pick this side. So if my partner is grabbing my lapel, usually it's pretty easy to just get a 2-on-1 grip, extend and break. If my partner is grabbing my belt, it's a little bit harder to deal with this grip. So if they're grabbing the belt, I'm going to get a cross grip. I'm going to reach underneath my partner's arm with my other hand. I'm going to connect the back of my wrist to the front of his wrist. And I'm going to start to pull my wrist forward to bend his wrist to build tension. So I grab, reach underneath, and before I try to break, I want to bend his wrist. This is going to do this, and it's going to make his grip a lot weaker. Now I can start extending to break the grip. If extending alone isn't enough, I can lift my hips, and then as I lift my hips, I'm going to drop and extend to break like so. Once I've broken the grip, my hand that's not holding the sleeve, I'm going to circle this to the inside, and now I'm going to start to pull my partner forward with my arms. But the most important aspect here is I'm pulling my knees to my chest. That's what's really going to get my partner forward here. And now I'm going to flare my elbow, lift my head up, and I'm going to straighten this arm. And as I do this, I'm kind of leaning to the side. I almost want to try to get my armpit connected to my partner's shoulder here. I'm still holding on to the sleeve, and now I'm going to get a nice tight overhook, pinching my elbow as tight as possible. And as I reach through with this overhook, I want to grab my partner's far lapel here like this. Sometimes if you can't reach this, you can grab the near side lapel as well. But if you do that, once I let go of the sleeve, I'm going to grab this cross lapel, pull out the slack, and pass here. But I don't want to let go of the sleeve until I grab one of the lapels. So one more time. Here, break, boom, come underneath, pull my partner forward, again, turning to the side, connecting my elbow to the shoulder, grabbing here. Now I kind of go back the other way to help me pinch my elbow. And as soon as I let go of the sleeve, I'm going to reach behind my partner's head and pull him in. That way he can't really posture. If I'm too loose in this position, he can just posture and pull his arm straight out like so. So once I set up that position, we'll just go back really quick. Once I pull that over, come through, get here, pulling the head, pulling my knees to my chest, and pinching my knees together very tightly. So now from here, if he tries to pull back, I got him pretty controlled. My next goal from here is to get on my side. So I'm going to start to hip escape. And a lot of people, when they do this, they just do like one hip escape and they get to right here. But this isn't enough. If he just scoots on his knees, he's just going to put me flat on my back here. So when I hip escape, I need to hip escape all the way to my side. I'm pushing, extending with my legs, hip escaping, and then I want to try to climb my legs so that my bottom knee is in front of my partner's chest and my top knee is over his back. And I'm all the way on my side here. Not like this, like this. This is going to help me break his posture. And the first thing we're going to look for in this position is the punch choke. So I already have this far lapel. Now with my free hand, I'm just going to grab the near side lapel. I'm going to try to line my knuckles underneath my partner's chin. I don't want to go to the back of the neck because that's all tough neck meat. You're not going to be able to choke him here. I want to go towards the front where the carotid artery is. So here, boom. Once I have this, I'm going to lean back so I can lock out my elbow. And now I'm going to pull my knees to my chest and do a crunch forward to start applying pressure to the choke. One more time. I'm grabbing, breaking, coming underneath, flaring my elbow, pulling this forward, getting this as tight as possible, really pinching my elbow to my side here so there's no loose space. Grabbing this, letting go, grabbing the head. Pulling my knees to my chest, just controlling here for a second. Now I'm going to start to frame, hip escape. Sometimes as you're trying to hip escape, just from here, the person will continue to adjust with their knees as I go. He just keeps scooting and he keeps putting me flat on my back. So if you run into that issue, I'm going to start grabbing this near side lapel early And now as I hip escape, when he tries to drive me back flat to the mat, I'm going to extend this into his neck so he can't push into me. Now I can continue hip escaping, climbing my guard, pinching my knees, and now that I have this grip, I can pull that far lapel, lean back. Just trying to push from here can take a lot of strength and effort, especially he's going to be moving around, defending, doing all this stuff. So I want to lean back to lock on my elbow, and then I'm pulling this grip and then crunching in to get the finish. So that is the setup of the closed guard overhook with the punch choke included, because often when you try to set up this position, like I mentioned, they're going to be scooting on their knees, trying to keep you flat on the back, flat on your back. So using that fist in the neck can help you create a frame and get to your side, which is very important for this position.